I gotta say some shit though. I've been seeing all week.
What happened?
All you niggas that's paying over $100 for a haircut, we get it. I just want to be the first to tell y'all niggas stupid.
You do know the hair grows back within a week, right?
Within a week, 2 days. Y'all niggas don't even know I got 2 haircuts since last week.
That's crazy. I feel bad for the niggas with beards. Like, you trim your beard up. Like, I don't have that type of problem anyway. God forbid. Anyway,
Bro.
But yeah, y'all niggas will trim your beards, and then in 2 days, that shit was growing back like weeds, man.
I had a combo with Jerry. Jerry said, like, bro, he be at his homie spot with a smooth dub about to give him. Other niggas before him, hey, bro, I'll try 50, 60, 70, 80. They paying up to $200 just to get a haircut first. Fam, if you paying $200 for a haircut, please tell me you ain't got the same woman back at home. Please tell me you get some form of pussy.
Please tell me you got a place to go, like an event to go to. Like, it's not that deep. Are you about to meet Jesus? Like, why are you trying to be
Are you
fresh?
on MTV? Are you on the Breakfast Club?
Hey,
oh, you going to Loft? Oh, okay. Out the game. You out the game.
Welcome to another episode of These Are the Aesthetics. I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the Hood Journalist, a.k.a. I said what I said, a.k.a. if it's not bringing me peace or money, then I don't want nothing to do with it.
Oh, man.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. Man, I go by the name of Gary, a.k.a. in Gary Trust, a.k.a. I put that shit on more than occasionally, a.k.a. Stop telling your man that he's flyer to me. Just come on, man.
Cut it out.
Cut it out, man. A.k.a. Nah, let's not go there yet.
Yo, why we say cut it out, there's a line Fab said in the song. He was like, act like there's gum in your hair, girl, cut it out. Niggas used to get some bullshit off.
Niggas said in the studio,
shit!
Hey, stamp that. Stamp that.
Nigga, you went crying.
Bro, you ever look at it how like some people was really in the freaking studio and they're like, bro, this shit is the craziest shit I've ever heard. Bro, Big Sean really went in the studio and said, wobbly wobbly wobble. It was like, oh my god.
Nah, Nicki Minaj wrote that. It can't be him. That's crazy.
Shit.
Oh man.
Shit. Yeah, man. What you been up to? So it's actually been just the two of us. I just realized that we haven't been just the two of us in a minute. So how you feeling, man?
It feels good, man, to take a break from the guests sometimes, and because it started with us, so it feels good to just be us sometimes. No knock to the guests that we've had, because we've had some incredible guests. But, you know, sometimes, like, you know, the conversation flows better with just me and you. The jokes or the punches, it feels just more organic sometimes.
Some topics that should be 2 minutes and then turns into 15.
Yeah. And you gotta, like, for the people that don't understand how this works, like some of the guests that we have on the show, these are some people that we know, and sometimes like we're meeting for the first time. So we might not know how to, behavior is gonna be, how the conversation is gonna go, and we gotta just adjust on the fly as we doing it. So yeah,
shit, man.
It'd be crazy in here sometimes.
I hear that. Y'all tell Chief stop being a friendly ass nigga, man. I'm just joking.
Thank God for editing. I'll tell you that.
Boy.
Oh man, what are we starting with this week?
I mean, you gonna ask me about my week?
Oh shit, I ain't even. My bad, man. How's your week going
it's cool,
so
man.
far?
It's cool. I ain't got lipstick on, so I understand. Like, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. I know you don't give a fuck, but just say that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I keep forgetting that we rarely talk, so it's like when we get together, I feel like we already covered all that. But how's your week going?
My week has been good, man. It's been a roller coaster of a week. I have been seeing some progress in certain things. I just want to tell everybody, freaking this COVID shit is real. Be safe. Wear a mask if you want to. All I'm saying is just like outside is open. Just know that I don't really go outside like that, but I've been more inside more than normal because not the fact that outside is open, but outside is more shiesty than ever.
True. And COVID went his lick back. Like, y'all niggas been outside for too long.
You should.
Saying it ain't real. COVID's like, all right.
Everybody was wilding this summer. They're like, all right, wait till the temperature hits 70 degrees, motherfucker.
Nah, there's at least 10 people on my story, on my timeline that's been talking about, yeah, I got a little cold. All right, it's not a little cold, but cool. Like, you feel me? But I've seen a lot of people, you know, staying in and talking about it. And, yeah, man, be safe out there.
I hear that, man. What shoes you got on today, man?
I got on some Air Max 90s, the infrareds.
The classic
yeah, man, the OG colorway, not the little new ready, like the little baby red that they put on the new ones. So,
ooh, we got the older ones. Ooh, yeah. True sneakerhead over here.
What about you, man? What you got on?
Shoot, man, I went high school today, man. I went high school today, man. I got the Cool Ray 11s, man. I was fortunate to get these, like, I think a week early because Nike hooked the boy up.
What?
You know, team early, whoa, you know. And I know some of y'all looking at me like, damn, Gary, you came in like that. And I'm like, I know I look like I'm a junior in high school, but I had a bomber jacket because my intention this week was kind of go for more of the you know, like meet the parents style type shit. And I thought we had like a meeting after this, so I had to come some type of like formal ish, whatever. But it didn't go well. But so so the first topic, we actually got into a big ass debate about this with the homies, and then we had an argument about how, like, Chicha says, Nick, bro, I'm the most versatile sneaker guy here out of everybody. No one can see me, this, that, nada, yada, yada. All Gary wears is Nike and Jordan, this and that. And basically the convo was like, no one said it aloud, but we want to talk about, like, what do you really define, like, a sneakerhead? What does a sneakerhead mean to you, quote unquote?
For me, since I'm the nigga with the big mouth, I think a sneakerhead to me is a person that loves sneakers. Mm-hmm. It stops at that. Like, you know, when it comes to like picking a lane, if you like streetwear, obviously you're going to like the Nikes, the Jordans, the this and the that. If you like designer, then you're going to go into the Balenciagas, the Dior's and all of that. But to me, the definition of a sneakerhead is somebody that loves sneakers. And the reason why I was appalled and I was offended when we were having the conversation is because, like, I was going back and forth with niggas that don't own a pair of Vans, that don't own a pair of fucking Chucks, that don't own a pair of Bapes, that don't own a lot of significant pieces that we needed in the history of sneakers to be qualified as sneakerhead. So, like I was saying, Gary dresses fly. Gary is a sneakerhead, but we just have two different lanes. And for some reasons, they love pitting me and Gary against each other.
They love saying, bro, Gary the cleanest nigga in this chat.
We're still friends. We still do a show together. Like, what y'all niggas try to do? And I mean, you know, sometimes I guess we could be a little dramatic sometimes. Sometimes we could push shit that's not that deep.
Yeah, some of us say we're the cleanest nigga in Palm Beach all the time. You know,
you know what it is, too? I think a good cop-out is, like, when I'm trying to talk about how I have the most versatile collection as far as sneakers, people always come back with, oh, but you don't dress better. Oh, but I'm like, we talking about sneakers right now. Like, niggas always got to change the conversation and make it something that it's not. But to me, if we talking about sneakers, I think I have a better collection in my group of friends as far as, like, a complete variety of things and not just some of the same stuff. That's just, let me speak my piece. That's just my opinion.
That's cool.
And that's my factual evidence that I see from day to day.
Bullshit, I still understand you. But well, my definition of a sneaker, it comes to interest and knowledge.
Okay.
That's what comes down to it. Because I know a lot of people who are sneakerheads, but they don't have all the necessities pieces. There's some people like, bro, how are you would call yourself a sneakerhead? You don't have Bread 11s. You don't have Cherry 12s. You don't have Shadow 1s, this and that. But
good point.
But if you want to stay on that point, are we really going to like call like some people who like all these rappers that say, oh yeah, they're consider themselves a sneakerhead. Maybe you can just afford everything. Everyone ever think about that? But the second you put a shoe right in front of them, oh yeah, like DJ Khaled. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call these the summer of the lifetime threes. I'm gonna call these you a genius 12s type shit. Obviously, Khaled got all the shoes in the world, but is he the biggest knowledgeable sneakerhead in the world? No.
I feel you.
That's what I mean. Like when I come from the era, I know I'm gonna sound like an old head, but like I came in the game like 2010, actually right after these came out on my after the Cool Grades came out, and what really got me into it is that I saw the shoe, I liked it, then I did my knowledge on it.
Okay.
I come from the era when you go on Flight Club, you look at all the sneakers, you find out the names, the stories behind it. When I go on Instagram and social media, all that comes on my feed is sneakers first.
True.
You should. Sometimes women, but mostly sneakers.
Okay.
It's not my fault. You know the algorithm is fucked up.
Let's play it safe.
But yeah, like as far as like your knowledge, like obviously I'm aware of basically every type of sneaker. Like you have the Adidas, the Reeboks, you have the freaking Iversons, Club C's, you have Saucony, you have
Asics.
All those sneakers exist, and if you put a really known sneaker right in front of me, I'm pretty sure I'm going to know the name of it, how it was made, this and that. But all I'm saying is that you can't really mesh someone into a sneakerhead just because of the shit they have. 9 times out of 10.
I think you can, because you can't. There's only a few things in life that you can claim that you're not about. If you say, yo man, I'm a street nigga, but you can't be like, but I can fight though. I can only fight. I don't shoot. But it's like, yeah, but if you say you're a street nigga, then that comes with fighting, shooting, robbing, killing. It comes with all of that. Like, cause when, let's say somebody is describing me as a mafia boss, like racketeering is part of it. Bootlegging is part of it. You feel me? Bribing people is part of it. So it's like a lot of people, I feel like the knowledge is important, like you mentioned, but you gonna interest, cool, but you gonna need the stats to go along with it. Like you can't sit there and say, oh yeah, man, I've been doing this for a while, and you don't have a pair of 991s. You never, even if you don't have it currently, you never went through a phase where you had a pair of Asics, where you had a pair of Club C's, or you had a pair of Ewings. You get what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta pay your dues to the game. You gotta respect what you're doing enough to have certain pieces, even if you don't wear them every day. I remember I had a joke a few years back, and I was like, yo, for your birthday, I'm gonna get you some Iversons. I know I was joking, but I was like, that's something that would look dope on you, because it's like, that's something that you would not typically wear. And I feel like for you to have longevity in this game, this sneaker game, you're gonna have to be versatile, because you don't know what room you're gonna end up in and what people are gonna have around you. Mm-hmm. And that's just my takeaway from it. So that was my biggest argument.
So all right, since off your words that you just said, do you consider Lil Baby a sneakerhead?
No.
Because but he has a widespread of every shoe you just talked about.
He hasn't came out and said he's a sneakerhead. Mm-hmm. But if you braggadocious about it, you need the stats to back it up. I'm only speaking about the people that came out and said, I'm this, I'm that. Soon as you pick up the crown, you have to grab all the responsibility that come with that crown.
But is a sneakerhead a crown, or is it just telling you like what they are?
It's a title. You got a crown, like you owning your shit. If you own it, I see what you're doing.
I'm following your words.
All right, so to keep it short and sweet, I feel like if they had to compare me and you, I would be Wale, you would be Travis Scott. And they're both nice.
I don't want to be considered Travis Scott.
No.
My issue with Travis Scott, yes, Travis Scott has every type of piece, every sneaker you can think of, but he's aware. He's been on the Complex cover 2 times. Fam, you can't be on Full Size Run. You can't be on the Complex Sneaker Podcast. You can't be on Sneaker Shopping. I know you're aware of everything, but maybe sometimes I think how I look at it, maybe he's just kind of like overwhelmed and kind of scared because he doesn't want people to test his knowledge about shoes. What if Travis just like, oh, I see my mans wear this shit. I had the money to buy it. Why not? Maybe that's just how he is. Wale, we know is a sneaker because Wale has been doing Instagram videos of him throwing Air Mags across the room, Heinekens and all that shit. And I actually personally disagree if you think that like, oh, you have to have certain type of sneakers to call yourself a sneakerhead. Because a very good example is like one of my favorite podcasts I watch on the side is the Complex Sneakers podcast. Okay. You have this dude named Matthew Welty. All he wears, he gets clowned a lot. All he wears is Asics, New Balances, every dad shoe you can think of.
But that's his style. He's a sneakerhead that collects dad shoes.
But he doesn't own any Jordans, or at least he doesn't wear any Jordans. So you can't really say he's not a sneakerhead just because he doesn't wear.
I think you missed what I said about you have to at least have owned it.
I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, like, listen, difference of opinion. We don't have to keep dragging it. I'm just letting you know what I feel about it.
Do you consider me a sneakerhead?
You are a sneakerhead that loves Jordans and Nikes.
Do you consider me a sneakerhead? Like even
you love sneakers, yes.
I love sneakers. You know, I never owned a pair of white on white Air Forces.
again, that's what gives you the complete package. So you 80%.
Wow.
You're 80%.
Even though I write about sneakers for a living.
No, you know what I mean. It's like, I think out of respect, because this is the fight that I have with niggas. Niggas who sit here and say, I won't wear this, until they get to a point where brands are sending them free shit, and then they start wearing everything. It's like, whoa, I thought you only wear Nikes and Jordans, but now you getting some money from Puma, and you a brand influencer there, and now you wearing Pumas. You know, you did a collab with New Balance, and now all you have is New Balances. I think that's that's a hypocritical move to me.
I hear you, but
so that's my gripe with the game.
I guess to close it out, there's certain reasons why I'm aware of a lot of sneakers, but me personally, I never cared to own them. This kind of because you know me, I go through phases. Sometimes I like to go through the hype shit. I like to go through the essential shit. I've known about the Reebok Club C. It's not a popular shoe, but everyone's just like, even some people said, oh, if you don't own a pair of like Reebok Classics, you're not a sneakerhead. But my guy, all I wear is t-shirt, shorts, and socks. What the fuck I look like wearing high socks with a Reebok Classic? You really expect me, if we're going back to 2015, 2014, I'm going to wear jogger pants with Reeboks?
I feel you. I mean, that's your preference too, at the end of the day.
It's just a preference, but there's like sometimes like even though you're aware of a sneaker, like I worked at Foot Action for 4 years. The only reason I haven't worn certain sneakers because I just wasn't part of my wardrobe at the time. Mm-hmm. But that's just my rebuttal to that.
I just feel like you got to pay your dues to the game. It's like an NBA player can't come in the game and says, "Oh, yeah, I don't know who Magic Johnson is." Like, that's the game you want to play, and you don't know who like Irving is. You don't know who certain niggas like. You kind of like it comes with the game, like you know.
Especially y'all, some of y'all call yourself sneakerheads, but are not aware of any of the cool drops. You never stood in line for a pair of shoes.
Again, that's all part of the accolades. You need all that under your belt.
And I know we in a different time, but sometimes like if you want to call yourself a certain type of person, you do have to pay a certain type of dues. But actually owning and purchasing something, spending money, you don't have to have that type of accolade to consider yourself something, in my personal opinion.
I feel you. I mean, two things could be true. Anywho, what else we got?
Real quick, going through the fire cap segment. So actually, to explain the fire cap segment, I know there's been kind of like some confusion. Could we put FYE or cap? That's actually the title of our like own group chat where we just think that's what's cool and what's not. We mean fire, everybody.
Oh boy.
Do we go off topic here and there? 1000%.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna talk about this a couple things that's like in like sneaker media, clothing media. If we think it's cool, we're gonna call it fire. If we think it's not, we're gonna call it cap. Simple.
And the misconception is we don't necessarily have to talk about things that you guys know about. It could be an upcoming brand out of Palm Beach. If we think it's fly, it comes through our radar, we're gonna talk about it. If somebody is working on a sneaker, if somebody is working on content, whatever we think is fly, we gonna just highlight it because we just trying to pay our respects that way. For real.
I just talk about this stuff because everyone that really knows me know I'm a nerd-ass sneakerhead. I look and talk about this shit forever, but just gonna talk about it for like 5 minutes. One shoe that you actually brought out is the shoe that's actually currently available now. This is 9 times out of 10, this hasn't happened in a long time. Whereas the hot shoe came out, you can just buy it on your phone any time of the day. It's the straight right New Balance 991. You got the black and purple pair, then you have like the colorful pair. Like, which one you rocking with?
I love both. I love both because I feel like you could do damage with both, and I don't know. I think New Balance does a great job at just fueling you with creativity. Like it makes me go back and think of like, oh damn, I could go to the store and get like some purple laces and freak those with. It's like it makes you. I think it makes you build your outfit starting from the shoe, and that's something a lot of people haven't done. Because lately all we've been seeing is like, oh, let me just get this vintage tee from the 80s and get some black jeans or some ripped jeans and throw on like, some J's and I'm good. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely love, New Balance collaborating with these local businesses. These
that's based out of Miami.
These black-owned businesses and actually giving creators like the freedom to create. I think New Balance is like what Nike should have been from the jump. Nike had to evolve to that standard, but I really applaud what they're doing at New Balance. Shout out to New Balance. Actually.
Yeah, man, for real, for giving people a chance. I know Nike at first they were like, "Oh, if you're not an athlete, fuck you."
Yeah. And then Kanye came along and be like, like, yeah.
Well, yeah, I like both of them. They go for I think like $250 each. I know it's kind of pricey for a dad-looking shoe.
That's what fucked me up.
But when you want quality, someone got to pay for it.
No, they got me because I added them to the cart. And when I said, the next step when you see my order, review my order, and I saw $535. I'm like, whoa. Damn. I'm sorry. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, there's a shipping fee, a convenience fee.
Yo,
it was a made in America fee.
Fail. I'm like, this is half of my rent. What are we doing? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to get one, and then hopefully they're still available. I'll get another one. But the good thing about New Balance sneakers, they don't go crazy up in value. I mean, the most I'm probably going to pay for them if, some resellers are paying for them is like $300, over $300, especially, with stray rats and stuff.
New Balance, when it comes to like those like little local collabs, they go for shit like Jown. You have Salib and Barry. He has them freaking, if I said his name right. New Balance, y'all killing it this year. Just keep up the good work next year.
Definitely.
One shoe, it actually comes out next week. I think it's on December 30th, so New Year's Eve.
You was capping, but go ahead.
Oh, my stance is still strong on this shoe. So the shoe we're talking about is the patent leather Jordan Bred one. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go out and say this shoe is cap for me, and the reason why I'm saying that this shoe is cap is because patent leather ones are uncomfortable as fuck.
Okay.
Beautiful looking shoe. But three steps in, you got corns on your feet.
Okay.
There you go.
I think you full of shit. I feel like you're gonna receive that email that says, "Oh, you got early access," and and in typical Gary fashion, you're gonna go on the limb and say, "You know what, Cheech? I'm just gonna buy it and sit it on my dresser, and I'm not gonna look at it. And if I get an opportunity to sell it, I'm gonna sell it
1,000%.
And then in a month." You know what, Cheech? I tried it on. Like, I might as well rock it. Like, what? Like,
that's what I said about these. Okay, that's what you got.
That's exactly what you said. It's not just about these. You said that about a couple shoes that you didn't want to keep. But you know what? I'm like, man, all right, whatever. But it's a good looking shoe. I do applaud Jordan for just hearing out the people when they talk. So just like you said, patent leather typically is uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure they heard multiple people say that. And who's to say they're not working on a way to make that shoe comfortable? Who's to say they're not using a different technology on the inside or a different material on the inside to bring you like comfort? So
I hope so.
I feel like if you go to a store, you try them on for fuck's sake, and you end up liking it, you got the bread on you, you're gonna pull the trigger. That's how I personally feel. If I get a chance to get them, I will. But y'all know my stance on shoes at the moment. If I have to go on a limb to get it, and I have to go try too hard to cop a shoe, I got real bills in real life. I don't care that much. That's just where I'm at with it.
Yeah, the shoe is dope. I know it's a beautiful looking shoe, but this sneaker is personally cap in my opinion because I own multiple patent leather shoes. Because, like I tell everyone, I've been doing this shit for years. I've had the gold ones. I have the gold toe ones. All them shits is uncomfortable as fuck. Really good to look at. But when I see niggas wear that shit in the club with y'all ball main jeans and shit, I know you uncomfortable as fuck. So I'm going to leave it at that. So the last thing, just to wrap up this segment, is there's this brand called Kith. It was based out of New York. The only reason, some of the shit's kind of sold out already, but the only reason why I'm talking about it is because I think they had the best like Christmas drop. They have a bunch of shit like they were selling ugly sweaters with like the half zip and shit. It's really dope. They had robes. I just think it's a really dope article of clothing, and the fact is that you can still buy these today on StockX or any other secondary market app, and it goes for literally retail or below retail. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just pretty rare that you see like a popular clothing brand do like technically an ugly item make it look dope. That's why I'm mentioning it.
Personally, I don't have any items from Kith. That's a brand that I've been looking into for a while. The only reason why I haven't, ordered anything from them, I know they do a lot of drops, is because I don't know the fitting of the items. Because a lot of these brands, especially if they want to be in the high fashion lane, like the fit is kind of snug, and the upper part of my body is a little wide, and I like my clothes to be a little bit more roomy. So I tend to want to go to the store, try it on, and as soon as I buy a few items and I know how to fit in the cut go, and I can just order, here and out. I love Kith, man. I think it's dope. You sent me the collaboration. You sent me the link, and I checked it out. They did an amazing job with that drop. I think Kith is the perfect mix, and it's in between the world of streetwear and high fashion. I think Kith is like that late 29, 30 to 40-year-old swag where it's like, I don't want to give up streetwear, but it's like, I got dinners to go to. So it's like you have your line of cardigans, sweaters, button-ups, like hoodies, heavyweight t-shirts that you could tuck in and wear with trousers. You have your long pants, and you have your zip-up hoodies, your corporate attire shit. So it's like, I think it's very dope.
You know what's crazy? I said this, and they was like, "Are you wild for that?"
Nah,
but
it's that.
Think about it. Every cool white boy with tattoos that date black women wears Kith.
Yep.
They wear Kith. They wear Aime Leon Dore.
Yep. Yep.
Off-White. Literally all those those streetwear brands that have the high-end mix. That's the type of audience that attracts. But Kith has been killing it. One of the best brands of this year by far. And in my opinion, I think Kith has the opportunity to become its own department store. And they designed a fucking BMW, for Christ's sake. So what more can I say? So Ronnie's killing it. Shout out to him.
Yeah, man. I think that's about it as far as that segment, right?
The geeky fashion shit.
What else we got? It's been a long week for black people, huh?
Bro, if I can make any public statement on a very public platform, even though this is a public platform, if I had a big freaking just microphone and I just want to say, black people, can we just take a break from doing nigga shit?
Dumb shit.
Nigga shit, bro. I'm gonna say it. I'll be the first one to say, bro, it's some nigga shit. Both these crimes happen, all right, it's the holidays, everybody. And I had this convo with my mom. I had this convo with my girlfriend.
Like Wu-Tang said, protect your neck.
Fam, my issue with black people is when they commit crimes, you shouldn't be doing crimes in general. But when black people do crimes, y'all never aim higher.
Small crimes.
Fam, a black person would hack your Cash App. A white person will hack your identity.
Yep. Steal your whole social security.
Fam.
Collect your grandma's checks that's been dead for 20 years.
Oh my God, bro. So what I'm talking about is there has been 2 crimes that happened damn near in the same week, both in Florida, ironically. First of all, there's an incident up in Orlando. There was this black-owned hairdresser shop, which is even more crazy, robbed by a group of black. I don't know if they're black or white, but they was robbed by a group of men. Literally stole up to $13,000 worth of wigs. Fam, are you selling these shits on Etsy? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's one. And then there's a crime that happened in Tamarack, the city that I was born in, which is even funny. I'm like, Tamarack giving it up like this now? This is crazy. When I was living there, it was a suburb. Bro, so they... You gonna say something crazy? I know you gonna say something.
Gary sent them girls out there to secure his girls some gifts.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
You gotta get a Christmas gift for me this year.
That's crazy.
Nigga trying to get a wig for his mom and his girl.
Hey, Shante, hit me up when you get it up. Fuck out of here, bro.
Funny.
Bro, what happened in the Tamarack freaking beauty salon? Fam, there was three black women. One was pregnant.
And one had a baby.
In her arms. They pepper sprayed the store clerk, which was the owner's daughter.
That's crazy.
Then took multiple wigs and dipped. Fam, you committing a crime? Keep in mind, I'm not Ghost from Power. I'm not Tariq. But fam, if you have plans to commit a crime, don't you think you would at least wear a mask?
Yeah.
At least a mask where we're supposed to be wearing masks at this point.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, but you literally making a crime and you showing your bare face.
That was crazy.
Fam, now one of them got caught.
Absolutely.
Wearing the fucking wig she stole. How much more evidence do you need? What's that, Juice? We got him. We fucking got him.
Bro,
Bro, so What's your take on all this shit?
Well, first of all, child services is gonna have a field day with both of their ass. And number two, my comment is, fam, ladies, for fuck's sake, right? You going to jail for stealing wigs? Like, you didn't even care to look at the register or just... I'm not a pro, just like you said, fam. I'm not fucking... You feel me? I'm not him. I'm not Robin Hood. But what I am saying is, like, to literally go to jail and potentially lose your kid and just, you know, the safety of a pregnant woman in jail, period. It's like you sacrificing all that, making your family look stupid all over the media for some wigs is crazy. Like, you feel me? And that's what we've been telling black women this for the longest. You can excel at other businesses. You all don't have to do nails and glue wigs and do all that shit, man.
Be a scientist, damn it.
Yo, what happened to journalists? What happened to the women that wanted to do media? What happened to the women that wanted to be photographers?
Or fuck it, work at Amazon.
Fam, I don't care what you work at Walmart before you even think about doing some shit like that. I just thought it was very distasteful. It's only gonna make us look way stupider to our people, and we hurting our own. I've never heard. I'm not saying there's no crime in China, and this is not to be taken out of context. I have never heard of a Chinese restaurant being robbed by Chinese goons. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in China, because I'm pretty sure every place on earth has crimes. But it's like we live in a country where every demographic is protective and protecting their own. So it's like, black people, we're not gonna excel if we keep tearing each other down, and it leaves a bad taste. And why do you think white people don't come shop in the hood? Because we doing this to each other, and if we could do it to each other, we could do it to them. And we never gonna lead by example, and we never gonna have what people would say, oh, the black. We never gonna end up valuing and raising the value of the black dollar. Like, we're not respected. Our money is not respected. We backstabbing our own. This shit look ridiculous, man. We just gotta do better, man. It's crazy.
Fam, you stealing them wigs just to look like freaking Tasha from Power in the season finale. But she took the wig off and she just had the cornrows in there. Like, fam, yeah, it's just.
And fam, you gonna do something, rob a bank, like rob a gas station. Like, what are we doing? You going, like, mama, why'd you get that charge? I stole a wig. Like, fam, come on.
Like, when you do some shit, just think of, like, what would my parents think of me right now?
Oh, I mean, we've seen it, bro. We've all watched movies, Den of Thieves, and, like, we seen, like, people come together and have an elaborate, like Ocean 11. People have an elaborate plan to do something. It took months to prepare, buy equipment, buy masks and buy gloves. And you gonna walk in that store bare face. And you think you thug enough to pull that shit off. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. And women, y'all supposed to be smarter than men. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Like, get your shit together.
Oh man, getting away from all the the bullshit. I did go to see Spider-Man last night. It was a vibe.
Spoiler.
Let me spoiler alert, and let me give my good before I give the bad. It was a dope movie. I love the cameo appearances by the past Spider-Mans. I love the storyline. I love the plot. It was a little cringy for me because that's not the type of comedy I typically like. Maybe it's because I'm an adult now and it's made for kids 13 and over, and maybe I don't enjoy that style of entertainment anymore. As far as a product, it was dope, but I also felt like it was a money grab because I felt like the storyline was not original and they did not come out with anything new. You literally brought back past characters, past villains from old movies, and you want to give them a new fate. Instead of them dying, you want to change the direction of their lives.
Fuck my childhood, basically. Fuck my childhood.
Fuck my childhood. and you practically remade all the last fucking 6 movies that we watched and enjoyed.
They never happened. They never happened.
Like, they never happened. It's like, yeah, I get it. I get the symbolism behind that. I get the message and the theme behind the movie. It's all about second chances. I love that. I think that's a message that should be preached. But don't fuck with my childhood while you do it. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like finding out Batman's parents faked their death. to abandon him. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like I already know what you guys are known for. You sold me comic books that said it. I bought the video games. Like, I don't want this to be like the new thing. But I understood from a business perspective why they did it, because they probably gonna take Spider-Man into a new direction for the new generation. So they wanted to pay they wanted to pay homage to the past to look forward to the future. So I enjoy the movie as a concept, but I felt like it was a money grab. Y'all know Spider-Man carry weight. His name carry weight, and y'all gonna just like shove something down our throat, pause, and we gonna swallow it and keep going with it, and y'all gonna get your money.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
So to me, overall, like my scoring of the movie, I'll give it a 6 out of 10, respectfully.
Do you even watch Marvel?
Do you know about the MCU?
Wait, before I even get my take, Terrence, did you watch the movie already? You didn't?
Oh, shit. God, well, he didn't hear me talk.
Wait, go back in the bathroom, nigga. Yeah. Hold on. We're going to wait for Terrence has to go back in the bathroom.
Keep rolling, fuck it. Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, like, everything that happened with the movie, I wasn't mad at it. Was I, like, blown? Like, did it knock my boots off? No. I did like the way how they tried to put, like, mature elements. Like, they try to put in mental health. Oh, let's fix the past villains so they can be good. And basically, everything back then didn't happen. The acting was pretty good. I guess with me, the only reason why I didn't, like, love it as much, I understand why the people are having high praise for it, because, yeah, you're bringing back everyone, so why not? But my issue with the movie is there is some kind of, like, corny elements when it comes to, like, Aunt May saying, with great power, like, no, don't say it, comes with great responsibility. She fucking said it. I understand, like, it's a new generation, but I just personally wasn't knocked off my boots. I think the movie was decent. It's a good watch just to complete the series. People are already saying it's like the best Marvel movie ever created. I still think it doesn't get past like Infinity War and Civil War.
It was a completion. They closed that chapter.
And everyone I know that everyone is looking at me crazy. The reason why I like Captain American Civil War, and I like the first Avengers movie is because I love movies when it comes to like you don't have to watch the past movies to understand what the fuck is going on. Because if you never watch Spider-Man a day in your life, like if you forced your boyfriend to come in there, the nigga that don't like to even own a TV, and he's just sitting there like, yeah, they shooting webs all day. Cool. He's going to be like, why the fuck am I here? When he goes to a movie like Civil War, the Avengers Endgame, it's like, damn, this actually has a crazy storyline. They're not doing any corny shit. That's just me. Maybe I just sound like the old guy, but I wasn't completely mad at it. I'll wait when it comes on like Disney Plus again.
I was underwhelmed. I was.
I do understand why y'all giving it hype though. I see our perspective. It's just maybe I'm just like how I watched it is how I had the same reaction when watching The Lion King, the new one.
I never seen the new one. I didn't want to ruin my childhood that way.
You're not missing nothing because it just feels like you watching Beyonce because her voice is so freaking known. Is that like I'm just literally just watching Beyonce in the form of a lion,
which does not sound bad. With all respect to Hov, you feel me? I'm just saying
we don't have connections yet. Cheech, talk your shit.
No, I'm just saying. Like, listen. They have access to everything that's said about them, so I got to put that disclaimer out.
I'm pretty sure someone has said. I'll say it. Like,
but I just feel like I just don't like money grabs, man. I don't like money grabs. I don't like if you don't have something good to say, don't say nothing. If you don't have something good to produce, don't produce nothing. Don't go back in my childhood, dig a classic up and fuck it up and then tell me like, oh, you just did a new version of it. Like, who asked for that? You feel me? The generation it was for, it served its purpose. Yes, I understand the purpose of giving villains a second chance, but at the same time, they're a villain for a reason. Before Spider-Man put them down or killed them, they killed millions of people, flipped cars, burned buildings. Like, they terrorized the whole city for crying out fucking loud. I sound like a white person. For crying out loud! Like, you know, they did their dirt. So,
I feel like Doctor Strange was the only logical nigga in that movie.
Fam!
He was like, bro, this is the fate of the universe. This is supposed to happen.
This is supposed to happen. This is what happens when
only nigga with common sense in that movie, bro.
But I get it, though. You know, kids see the good in everybody. He plays a 17-year-old kid.
Ain't that crazy? That's how I felt at the live show. When you that one nigga that got sense where everyone looking at you crazy.
I can see why you felt like that. I feel that.
Like, are y'all really mad at me for making sense?
I get it. But to me, it was a money grab. With all the respect,
some money grabs are good.
I'm not. Listen, it's good for them.
You go watch every Fast and Furious movie.
Okay.
You go watch every Kevin Hart movie.
No.
Yes, you will.
They get me with the James Bonds.
Oh, I stopped 2 movies ago.
But Kevin Hart, with all the respect, I love Kevin Hart. No, I already see, like, you're going to be paired with a big nigga. You're going to be the weird kid. You're going to be the goofy dude. Like, The Rock, anything he's in, he's always running through a jungle. He's always doing some shit. He always love adventures. Like, fam, we get it. You half black. I get it. I get why you would play these. Like,
anything Michael B. Jordan?
It's just the Fast and Furious is not even about stealing cars no more. Like, now they're FBI agents.
These niggas in space.
Yeah, so it's a little crazy. I'm good on that, but I just I mean, it is entertainment at the end of the day.
Go watch the movie.
Go watch it.
If you were crazy enough to stick through the segment,
yeah, have your own opinion about it. I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? It's my money, my choice. God damn it! I pick and choose what I spend my money on.
So, quick question: who'd you go to the movies with?
I went to watch the movie, man. It was actually dope. The movie was dope. I'm really looking forward to the new Spider-Man, man. I can see where they taking the franchise next. Anyway, social media.
There's gonna be some bitch like, you went to go see the Spider-Man without me.
Social media was in a frenzy this week with every girl and their mama wanting what India have. If you unaware of what we're talking about, Lil Durk, the Chicago born and raised rapper, proposed, I should say, to his longtime girlfriend, India. And I sat back while I watched every girl post goals without understanding the dynamic of their situation, without understanding the history between them, without understanding the role she plays in his business, in his life. Let me remind you that Lil Durk has more than 6 kids. Half of you girls, half of you ladies would not put up with a man with just 1 kid. Because you don't want to deal with one crazy baby mama. Imagine dealing with a couple. Number 1. Number 2, India is the same girl when Lil Durk's home almost got invaded by strangers and dudes with gun. She grabbed a strap and tried to chase them niggas off the property. You're not built like that. You don't know how to handle a Glock. You never seen a Glock. You don't know how to shoot. Stop it. The only thing you have long nails. You're not going to click the trigger properly. So stop it. Stop signing up for or stop looking at celebrities' lives to validate your own. Like, these people are doing things in their lives when they're supposed to make it happen. Their lives are not yours. You don't know what demons she's fighting behind closed doors. You don't know what she has to put up with. I'm pretty sure you was getting the same messages. You was seeing the same post. You was getting the same blog site repost. So how'd you feel about the whole situation?
Man, I just saw that. I just kept scrolling. I'm not gonna lie to you because it's not. Social media is not real life. It's maybe that's their life. All I can say is Lil Durk really care about India because he shut her on a Drake song.
True.
So I can see their real love through the cameras and through all this shit. And maybe, who knows, Lil Durk is probably just like done fucking with random bitches. Who knows?
True.
He really loved his girl, but as far as like women posting like the relation goals, this, goals, that, it's like the same women that say, "Oh, I can't wait to have a kid." Do you have a boyfriend?
True.
You in love with anybody?
True.
So it's
like your girlfriend material. It's the same thing.
That, like, those lines are like kind of blurred, but like I just saw it. I'm like, hey, cool, more rap shit. The ring was nice as fuck, looked like a 4-carat ass ring. But ladies, if you want them goals, how about stay loyal to one man? The same thing with dudes. I seen dudes post that shit too.
Yep.
Some of y'all niggas are, oh, this is goals, nigga. I see you at the club every weekend. You got a girl at the crib.
Exactly. I feel you.
It goes both ways at the end of the day.
I think the last thing I gotta say about that is, honestly, man, when a man decides to tie the knot at this stage, you kind of have to understand the dynamic of his life. She's probably looking at him like, yo, you have over 6 kids. I'm not going to be here playing stepmother without having some type of, you get what I'm saying? Some type of proof that you love me for real, that this is serious for you. I'm not gonna be out here playing stepmother and guardian of all your kids when you're away and I don't get nothing in return. Some women have standards. Some women make demands. Some women step up and really fight for what they want, which I respect. And another thing is, it could have been time. She could have probably gave him an ultimatum. You feel me? Hey, fam, we've been together for over 10 years. What are we doing? Yes, you made 2 songs about me. You shouted me out on a Drake verse, on a Drake song. But it's like, I get it, but you could have done that for any other bitch. What makes me different? Then again, it could be what you said, which is like, yo, I done traveled the world, toured, fucked all the bitches that I wanted to, got that shit out of my system, got a plethora of kids. I just want to settle down now, and I'm tired of moving around and going to the club to chase after pussy. So it's like, I get it. I think it was a dose of like, you know, it was a little bit of maturity and just the right time. You feel me? And her staying down and holding them down and stuff like that. So
all I'm saying is, like, as far as like when I see like celebrities get married, when it comes to the man, I just look at it as like, oh, he's just ready to get married at this point. Because I've seen a lot of times in Hollywood, you see couples get married maybe because like the guy or the girl is just ready to get married at that point in time. Really, I would say more the guy, because the guy's the one that's supposed to propose. But he's just getting married because he's just ready to be married at that point. Because even that might not even be the best woman for him at that moment, but he just wants to be married at that point.
I don't think niggas just want to be or ready for marriage. I think niggas are just ready to commit to one woman. I feel like that.
I disagree.
I think you could be ready for marriage, but if you're not ready to commit to one woman, because there's a lot of married men we know that cheats. There's a lot of niggas that are in a relationship that cheats. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it's not so much of making it official, you know, in front of the law, in front of God, but it's like, it's your commitment. Where's your heart? If your heart is still out here chasing pussy, it's like the marriage don't mean shit. Are you ready to commit to one person? And that's the question. So it's like, he's probably over it. Like, I got 6 kids. I got over 20 million in the bank. She's been with me for 10 years. I went to jail. I almost got shot. She's been here. All right, that's the least you deserve. Let me throw you a bone. Here. You feel me? I think, to me,
I always do the real celebrating when they actually get married. That's just my personal opinion. Because in 2020, 2019, and now 2021, I've seen rings just go all over the place working at a jewelry store.
Yep. That's crazy. That leads perfectly into our next topic, man. I've been seeing a lot of young people getting married. A lot of people, tying the knot, just moving in and doing all that, that lovey-dovey shit. How do you feel about it as, someone that's been in your shoes for for a few years now? How do you feel about the concept of marriage? Overall,
I agree with the concept of marriage, but I agree with the concept of marriage when you're ready to be married.
Okay.
I actually had this convo with my mom a couple of times, and I told my mom, because I told my mom that, I know that she's the one, those conversations, and then she's like, all right, what are you waiting for? I'm like, I can't afford it. And then I said, that's all I can't afford marriage. And then she told me something I'll never forget. She says, Gary, nobody can afford marriage. Literally nobody.
Yep.
Because I think it's normal to say, oh, I want to get married when I'm just financially stable, I have my own spot, this and that. And then, but my mom said something that kind of like resonates with you. Like, if you wait for everything to be perfectly aligned, you're not going to get married.
True.
That's something, I'm not saying that she's right. I just something I'm still processing.
Because you could be setting your life up to be a bachelor.
Stupid.
But my question to you, right, to get more of a clear answer is, do you feel like you need to get married when the love is there, when it feels right, or when you're ready financially? Because marriage is a business, not just you tying the knot, and having the government watch over that process, but in not only just committing to that person in front of God, but it's like you inserting yourself in a whole different family. You get what I'm saying? And you have to make sure a lot of things align before you attach your brand, because everyone is a brand, to that person. So do you feel like, oh, when it's right, I'm gonna do it, or when it makes sense, I'm gonna do it? And when I mean makes sense, I mean more in a financial situation, because we have to think about the extra shit that women don't necessarily have to think about.
All right, for me, If I'm being 100% honest, I'm not getting married if I know I can't provide for the woman I love. That's just how I naturally
I'm
see
with
it.
you.
That's how I naturally see it. But I do, because I worked at a jewelry store for 2 years. I seen a lot of people like getting married but couldn't afford the ring they're buying. That shit never made sense to me. But I do see like on, if I see it literally every day, people who can't even afford the wedding, can't afford the marriage, they can't afford anything, but they just have love for each other. That's why they want to get married. If you really looking past all that shit and you still want to be with each other, I think that means for something at the end of the day. That's how I look at it. But for me, I'm personally not getting married if I know I can't provide for my wife. That's just me personally.
And by providing like the lifestyle you want, and that would make her comfortable and stuff like that. I'm with you. I agree. You stole my answer. We share the same answer, so we can move right along, buddy.
But I'm gonna say though, if you know she's the right one, fam, don't be living with her for 5 to 10 years and you got a ring on her finger. That's just me, personal opinion.
I like that. I'm still with you. We still here. We still here. Hey, look at me. We still here. Oh man. I guess the last thing I want to talk about is the number one question I've been debating. I've been having that conversation with a lot of people that are close to me, because you can't really run. The one thing that you guys got to learn about the internet, you can't really run to the internet with your raw thoughts. You kind of have to think about a lot of things you say, talk to a close friend, and talk to, like a homie or something. Because there's a lot of conversations me and you have. There's no way it's ever going to see the light of day.
I had to stop myself one time, like recently.
I know what you're saying.
I saw Anthony Davis got injured. I'm like, fuck! This nigga is...
Exactly.
Nigga get injured every day, but you can't say that.
You can't say that because that's insensitive. That's insensitive. Exactly. And you can't call him soft. You can't say the NBA is soft because it's like, there's a lot. There's a lot we can't say. There's a lot of things we think about police brutality that we can't say. You feel me? But anyway, I say this to say the number one question that I've been asking the people that I love and I respect their opinion on things this week is, everyone is aware of Megan and Tory Lane's situation. Yeah. New evidence came out. When Tory got arrested, he had no gunpowder residue. And if you familiar with guns and how they work, is once you shoot a gun, the residue is in your hands. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that has to wear off. That's not something you can wash off unless you have the military grade things that you could use to, just get that clean off. And that's some serial killer shit, because you should not have military grade shit in your house. That looks fishy.
Unless you're a Crip and you got a bandana on you.
Exactly. Or you wear gloves and shit like that. But anyway, new evidence came out that her best friend had gun residue in her hand. And after that incident, Megan and her best friend Kelsey are no longer cool. So the new evidence came out about that. Kelsey and Tory got a gag order, so they can't really talk about the situation unless the case is over and there's a resolution. So, but Megan's team has been taking shots at Tory, like, hey, I've been shot and you guys are looking at the wrong thing and stuff like that. My number one question has been, hey, what are we going to do as a culture if it comes out that Megan has been lying this whole time? I want to get your opinion on it.
Why me first?
I want to hear what you think the repercussions should be, for a liar, if for somebody, hypothetically speaking, that has cost this man hell for the last 2 years and has cost him a lot of money, brand deals, and so on and so forth. In case she's lying, what will happen and what will be the resolution?
The resolution is, first I'm going to say I don't want to see any black person go to jail. Okay. I'm going to put that out there. But if Tory comes out innocent, Meg the Stallion, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear from you for a while. I'm gonna say,
I think she's done.
I personally don't want to hear your name. I don't want to see you at parties. I just want to see you just like kind of 6ix9ine. Like you in your own little bubble. Mm-hmm. You over there. We know you exist. You still make money, but you over there, kind of. Mm-hmm. Like see how the black community, how we treated R. Kelly. Yeah, we not playing you on the radio. We not putting you on playlists. All that. And even when it say if Tory comes out saying that he did shoot Meg, if that happens, same thing with Tory Lanez. Fam, I'm deleting your whole catalog.
You gotta go.
Chicks Tapes is done. It's gonna be hard for me to delete Chick Slaves 4, but it's gotta go at this point. Fam, like you gotta get out of Dodge. Like I'm not even trying to sound like that guy, but you might have to go back to Canada for a little while.
Yeah.
That's just
but
me.
I just find it odd that, and Tory came out and said, why would I shoot my girl? Like, why would I? You get what I'm saying? But then again, it's like people could be saying whatever they want. I have my own personal stance on that situation, but I always like to pick people's brains and see where they're at with it, because you have that group of people that's like, believe black women, believe a woman. You don't need evidence to support somebody because
that's wild.
You're being insensitive about what happened, and it's traumatic to keep bringing it up and this and that. I get that, but we still got to let the law do its job. Justice still has to be served, and the facts are going to come out. And, everything is taking a while for a reason. I feel like one party is stalling. Yeah, and I feel like the general consensus already know what the truth is, because I was watching the Joe Budden podcast and they were talking about it. A lot of people that are brand conscious is fucking with Tory again. He had a song with Chris Brown. Not to say that Chris Brown is a saint or even belong to be mentioned, but he was hanging out with Drake. He was just in the club with Allen Iverson a few nights ago. Like, he's been popping up at festivals, at Rolling Loud. He's been performing. He's been getting gigs. He's been overseas. Like, nobody put a hold on his visa. Nobody told him he couldn't get out of the country. Like, there's been a lot of things alluding to his innocence. And I'm not saying he's innocent, but if he is innocent, I want black media to stand up and apologize to that man, because we literally dragged him through the mud, cost him a lot of money, and terrorized that poor nigga for over 2 years.
I think one thing that no one's talking about, though, is the fact that there was a gun present around Meg the Stallion and Kylie Jenner. And the gun is not in security's hands. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know if it was Tory's gun, or Meg's gun, or her girlfriend's gun. All I'm saying is there shouldn't be a weapon around a Kardashian. No one in general, but definitely not by a Jenner or Kardashian in the Hollywood Hills.
And honestly, man, if I was in that situation, like, I know Tory is not pressed for money. He's not broke, and Megan is not broke neither. Like, but if it came out that I was innocent and you was trying to frame me this whole time, you're going to have to cover all my lawyer fees. And I'm suing you for defamation of my character, because that's crazy.
Hopefully, if he got the money, I know all these lawyer fees definitely add up. Yep. And this is a good example of why Gary doesn't drink. I hate that shit. Oh, there was alcohol influence, everything going on. That's why I choose not to drink, because everyone is not at their best state of mind when there's drinks involved. I understand alcohol, it's out there like, oh, it gets the party loose, this and that. But I just never personally see any benefit. Because where would you rather be? A room full of high people or a room full of drunk people?
I think they both have their highs and lows, but I would prefer the high room, because everybody would be chilling. But man, overall and at the end, all in all, I would like to say prayers to everyone involved. I do want this to come to a resolution, because I hate when things are just lingering in the air and we don't end up knowing what truly happened.
I hear that.
You get what I'm saying? I want, for a resolution, or for the public to really show. And I want somebody to get their lick back.
That's a fact. Because, especially it's the holiday season, the police are definitely working a little bit harder than usual just to get some people off the streets so they can prove a point. It's Christmas time. Thankfully, we're seeing the holidays. A lot of people weren't here to see the holidays, especially with the past week, a bunch of rappers dying left and right. There's a war going on in, Memphis, Cali. It's just, I call it shiesty season at this point.
Yeah, man. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Man. Just stay inside as much as you can. Omarion is out here to get you. The killers are out here to get you. The robbers are out here to get you.
The scammers is definitely plotting too. You haven't heard their name in a while, but trust me, they plotting.
1,000%, man. But yeah, man. We might have a special treat for y'all before the year closes up. Yeah. We still working on certain things, and in the upcoming year, we plan on doing more with this channel. We plan on experimenting with a few things. We plan on, we even plan on hopefully recording at different locations that could get the vibe right. I wish we could record at strip clubs, but obviously we can't for for reasonable purposes.
I don't even think that's sanitary.
Oh, it is. But yeah, man, we have a lot in store for you guys. Thank you for everybody that has supported us so far, posted us, swiped up to comment under pictures, videos, comment on the YouTube page. We see you, we appreciate you, and you are part of, building this foundation of what we're trying to build, man. So yeah, man, we see everything, we appreciate everything, and yeah, man, we only going up from here. That's
a fact, man. Merry Christmas, everybody. If you broke, happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but everyone tried to pull the Kwanzaa card. It was like, oh, I'm atheist, I don't celebrate Christmas. It was like, everyone has their freaking excuses not to get freaking gifts and shit. And fellas, we all know what y'all do. Y'all create the arguments right before Christmas, get back together after Valentine's. Come on, bro. We know the tricks. We know the tricks.
And honestly, man, all I gotta say is if you can't afford to get me a gift, just pray for the kid. Pray for me. Pray for the fam. Pray for the podcast and what we got going on. And yeah, man, that's that on that, man.
Yeah, man. What you go by?
I go by the name of Cheech, aka the superhero, apparently. AKA, I just want everybody to win, man. But yeah, man, what do you go by?
Hey, man, I go by the name of Gary, AKA In Gary We Trust, AKA Black Business Supporter, AKA Niggas Stop Doing Nigga Shit. And happy holidays, y'all. And this has been These Are the Aesthetics. Catch y'all.